if there was really a survivors advocate program that worked, it would have money to help her, and she won't have to be begging to go back with this man who beating her.
That was Nicole Cole, a domestic violence survivor and activist, speaking to instances where abused women chose to return to their abuser because of poverty. Cole, who has been calling on the government during the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence campaign to create a cash-in-hand fund, firmly believes that this will aid women who desire to leave their abusive relationships. In response to this call, the Ministry of Human Services says its aim is to train these women to be independent. This was conveyed by Subject Minister Vidya Prasad on Thursday at the sidelines of the launching of the 914 hotline for domestic violence.
To keep reminding people of the realities of violence. And so the important thing is to tell women or men or anyone experiencing violence, call 914 and say, enough with the violence, I'm leaving, I'm getting out before I end up, not alive or hurt more than I've already been hurt. Yes, we are working on that sometime in the future, but what we are working on is training these persons, because it is important to not only give the financial wherewithal for short term, but ensuring that people in a long term could move to financial independence and safety.
The minister expressed that the ministry has already embarked on a series of training aimed at helping domestic violence survivors become independent.
So in addition to the micro-enterprise business literacy training they're receiving, there's also a very significant component that deals with domestic violence, gender-based violence, suicide, and other social issues, and how they can access opportunity and help, and how the legislation relates to them.
The provision of a survival fund has been the cry of the Women's Rights and Gender Equality Commission over the years. However, Prasad contends that simply giving money to survivors is not enough. It must be a blended approach. Meanwhile, the minister has also revealed that essential workers can now benefit from COVID subsidies and will soon benefit from free daycare services for their children.
We have 240 of them, 124 of them would have been worked with and given $50,000 to get themselves ready so that the persons who are accessing this subsidy can place their children there. So it's a licensed, registered daycare that will be open to this initiative, and the ministry is paying directly to the daycare services.
Essential workers include, but are not limited to, security officers, healthcare workers, and police officers, the minister explained. Forms for the subsidy can be accessed via the ministry's website. It was further revealed that all COVID-19 safety measures will be put in place at the daycare centers to ensure the safety of the children. Reporting for the AGP Nightly News, Kendell Richmond.